Hello friends, myself Dr. Nandakumar Raubawale from College of Engineering Ambazogai is going to deal with intellectual property rights. This is our 14th lecture on intellectual property rights. So in previous lecture, we have discussed about license for the copyright and infringement of copyright work and remedies against infringement. So now we will be starting with a new topic that is nothing but the patent. So in today's lecture, we will discuss about the patent, meaning of discovery, meaning of invention, and meaning of patent. Whereas the essential conditions of patent and objectives of patent we will be discussing during this lecture. And at the last, we will discuss about the kinds of patent that we have to study. So now what this patent is. Patent is nothing but a license given by the government or state to the inventor for its exclusive use by the inventor only. So if a inventor invents some invention, then the license is offered to the inventor itself by the government for its exclusive use. That is nothing but the license which is offered to the inventor is going to prohibit or is going to exclude others from using the invention made by the inventor. This patent is nothing but a protection assured by the government, and that protection is given to the inventor in order to have the monopoly in exploiting the work by earning monetary benefits by the inventor. Now, what is the difference between discovery and invention? So, oftenly we get confusion with the discovery and invention. What this discovery is? The thing which is detected and the things which are already in existence is nothing but discovery. So generally what we see, many phenomena are going to occur in the nature. Many things are going to exist in the nature and we discover those things. Say for example, the nitrogen is present in the air. So this is naturally nitrogen, oxygen are the constituents of air, and the scientists are going to say that this air contains 77% of nitrogen. So this is not the invention. Air contains nitrogen in it, and a scientist says that 77% of nitrogen is present in the air. So they are going to discover that there is a nitrogen present in the air. So this is not the invention made by the scientist. It is called as a discovery. So the things which are existing in nature and those are found by somebody with the intention or without any intention, if he finds such things which are already existing, is known as a invention. So these are the natural creations. These discoveries are natural creations, so not the invention. So this is nothing but it may be intentional or unintentional. Discovery may be intentional or unintentional. Sometimes somebody wants to discover what is there in the universe or somewhere, that is the finding by intentional, but sometimes uh, unintentionally, accidentally we find something in the nature, some phenomena in the nature, and that we call as a discovery. So that discovery is an unintentional, or sometimes discoveries those may be obtained by certain intention or making attempts to find that. Now, observations of new phenomena. So certain phenomena are there, but that phenomena is observed, noted down, and its causes are explained. So that is nothing but the discovery. Already it is going to happen in the nature, or some new things are going to happen in the nature, but those are already existing. Rarely those are going to happen, and that is observed, and that phenomena is observed by a particular person. That observation is counted in this term discovery. So then what is invention? Invention is nothing but the person who is going to do the acts intentionally. So there is an intention behind this to create new ideas, objects, theories that are not in existence yet. So some of the things are not in existence. Say for example, mobile phone was not in existence, but scientists created mobile phones. Scientists created satellites. Scientists created many more things, systems, computers, and all. These are nothing but the invention. So these things which are created and which were not in existence but created by taking some of the efforts, ideas, objects, theories, by the application of knowledge, experience, that is called as an invention. So it is a creation of mind. Invention is nothing but a creation of mind. It is not existing in the universe, nature, but it is created, man created. So it is intentional. Sometimes a person is going to do some object with the intention that somebody is going to produce some machine to perform particular or specific operation. So that is intentional. So that is nothing but his invention. So the invention is created with knowledge, imagination, experience, and ideas of a person. Without all these, this new invention is not possible. So maybe improvement of existing knowledge. So the invention which is created by a person may be improvement in the existing knowledge. Some theories somebody is going to write, and that theory is nothing but addition to the existing knowledge of a humankind. Invention may lead to discovery. For example, the microscope is invention. A scientist, the scientists have created the microscope. The creation of microscope itself is an invention. But this microscope was used to find out bacteria and atoms. So these bacteria and atoms were existing in the universe. So this is invention. A microscope is invention, and that is used to find out bacteria and atoms. That is nothing but invention is leading to discovery. So microscope helped to discover bacteria and atoms. Sometimes discovery may lead to invention. Discovery of radio waves. So that is nothing but it is a invention. Discovery of radio waves is nothing but a invention. So now, for example, light bulb was invented by Edison. TV was invented by John Baird, etc. So many things are invented which are created by man, and these are called as the invention. So the major difference between discovery and invention is discovery is about the things which are already existing in nature, and somebody is going to find it, and then he is going to explain about that thing which is already existing in nature. But invention is not going to exist in the nature, and that is created by using human mind, his experience, ideas, and that is explained to the society. That is called a invention. So what is patent? So patent is nothing but the protection granted by the government to the inventions of a inventor. Sometimes a person is going to invent something, and for that protection is offered by the government. Now patent is nothing but a Greek word which is derived by the word pateni, and meaning of that is to open. So somebody is going to invent something, and that is opened or published into the public, or is brought to the use of society. That is nothing but to open. So invention is made by inventor. Unless it is brought to the knowledge of society, brought to the application of society, use of society, it is not a patent. So it is open. So the invention is open to society or public. Legal grant of monopoly right for some fixed term to inventor. So the patent is going to grant legally monopoly right to the inventor. So if a inventor is going to invent something, then government is going to give license to the inventor, and others are prohibited to use that invention for exploiting monetary benefits or financial benefits by other person other than the inventor. So that is nothing but the patent. So grant of protection conferring exclusive right to use invention. So this is nothing but patent is going to give protection to whom? To the inventor. For what? Conferring exclusive right to use the invention. So only the inventor can use, or inventor can assign this invention to somebody else to use. Now next one is inventor can use his invention for economic gain, or the right is given to the inventor to assign or grant license of the patent for somebody else to exploit monetary benefits by accepting some consideration from such person. So a inventor is going to assign, is going to give his license to some other person for getting monetary benefits, but that some other person is going to pay consideration to the inventor. So that is monetary benefit to the inventor. So what is definition of patent according to the Patent Act 1970? Patent means patent granted under this act. So it is nothing but the rights granted under the act, Patent Act 1970. So the patent grants exclusive right to inventor. Inventor means a patentee. A person who is going to invent a new invention is known as a patentee if he registers. To make, use, license or sell invention for limited period of time. So the inventor is going to make use of his invention by himself, or he may give license to some other person, or sometimes the inventor may sell his invention for limited period time to some other person. A patent is an official document. So it is nothing but a certificate issued by government, given to an inventor by the government, allowing him to exclude anyone else from commercially exploiting his invention for limited period, which is 20 years at present. So this patent is nothing but a official document issued by government to whom? To an inventor. For what? To exclude other people from commercially exploiting his invention for limited period. That means inventor can exclude other persons to use his invention for exploiting his invention commercially. So others can be prohibited by inventor, and that right is given to the inventor by government. But this right which is given to the inventor is for a limited period. That means the patent is protected for 20 years as per the present laws. Essentials of patent. So what are the essential things? Then we call that invention as a patent. So patent is a license of protection. Patent is license of protection means it is the license given for protection of a invention. So granted by state to inventor. Who has given this license? Government has given. State means government has given license to whom? Inventor or patentee. It granted to invention which is new, useful and having industrial application. So this protection is not given to every work. This protection or patent is granted for the invention which is new. Also, it is useful and having industrial application. So if the invention is not new, or it is not useful, or not having any industrial application, if there is no use of that invention, then patent is not granted. It may include new process or new product. So patent may include new process or new product. What is new process and new product, that we will discuss. So other essential things are patent confer exclusive right to inventor for disclosure of his invention publicly. So this patent is going to offer rights, use the rights to inventor for disclosure of his invention publicly. That means a patentee may disclose his invention publicly or may not disclose his invention publicly, but he can exploit the monetary benefits. It is granted for a limited period of 20 years. It assures monopoly of inventor and protection by state against unauthorized user. So when patent is granted, that is nothing but it allows inventor only to use this invention. That is, monopoly of inventor is maintained. And if anybody is going to use it unauthorized, then action is taken against such person. That action is taken by government. Protection is given by state. State means not state government, it is a government against unauthorized use of such registered patents. It is available to movable property. Patent is available to movable property, not to immovable property. What are the objectives of granting patent? Why we need to grant the patent? What are the aims and objectives of giving patent? So very first, to provide protection to inventor for inventing and disclosure of useful invention. So if protection is given to the inventor for inventing and disclosure of useful invention, then the inventors are motivated. Then encourage research invention to promote inventive genius. So if this patent is granted, then the inventors or scientists or researchers are motivated, encouraged by the ways, and then they start for invention and they promote to initiative genius. So the scholars will be taking initiative to find or to have the new inventions or to do the research work. So to give protection to inventors by conferring on them a monopoly for commercial exploitation of invention. So this is nothing but a motivation to the inventor. If the invention is not protected, if no monopoly is granted to the inventor, there is no benefit to the inventor. Therefore, the inventors are demotivated. So if protection is granted to the invention, then inventors or the researchers will be encouraged. They will dare to invent new things, and they will have the commercial benefits by exploiting their invention. So this is one of the aim of this patent, granting the patent. So if patent is granted, then the inventor can get commercial exploitation of his invention and they can get monetary benefits. If protection is not given, then other people will use this invention and they can earn monetary benefits. And to induce industries, researchers to undertake researches and developments. So if such protections are given, then new industries will be established, researchers will undertake new researches, and development will happen. So if we look at the property, immovable property, so with increased population, the amount of immovable property per head is going to decrease. But if we if we motivate this intellectual property, with increase in the population, this production or generation of intellectual property will also increase and country will become rich. But if we do not promote the intellectual property, then the movable property and immovable property will be shared with the increased population, and the population which will be increased will be having less financial conditions or poor financial conditions. Therefore, it is very important to promote the intellectual properties, and to promote intellectual properties, one has to give protection. So always the intellectual property produced by a person are not shared by anybody else. So to increase the wealth of a country, it is necessary to protect intellectual property. To maintain flow of invention, one leading to another. So flow of invention is maintained. Objective of granting patent, again, to increase qualitative and quantitative production potential. So the production is improved, by the granting of patent. So rate of production, that is quantity, is increased, as well as good quality of product is going to be produced, that is potential in country, by creation of new process and new methods in production of goods and services. So new processes will be formed, new processes will be giving birth to the good quality product, or sometimes quantity will be more. So the new methods or new processes will be developed by researchers or inventors if they are motivated. If the patents are granted, then the researchers will be encouraged to find new processes to produce same product and new methods with good quality and good services. Then to assure fair and competitive inventions and business. So if protection is granted, then there will be fair competition for the invention and business to aid industrial growth and growth of country. So with increased patents or with increased intellectual property, there will be increase in the industries, as well as that will help to the growth of country. So this patent is having one more objective, to ensure improvement of life of public at large. So if the inventions are protected, the earnings of people will be more, and more industries will be established, and that will enhance the life or earning sources of society, and that will improve the life of public at large. So this will generate and promote scientific temper in the country. So objectives of patent law. So patent law has got objectives. So patent is different and patent law is different. The law which protects patent is a patent law. The object of patent law is to encourage scientific research in new technology and industrial progress. That means the objective of a patent law is to give remedy over the patents or infringing of patents. The price of the grant of monopoly is the disclosure of the invention at the patent office, which after the expiry of fixed period of monopoly passes into public domain. So this law is going to protect both inventor and society or public. So the law protects this invention for a particular duration in order to maintain monopoly of the inventor, and it allows the inventor to exploit monetary benefits or commercial benefits from the invention made by him. After certain period, this invention is made open to all, and then everybody can use that invention, and that will be in the public domain. So to protect public interest, then it is made open to all. Reasons for limited period of protection. Why protection is given for limited period? So that is nothing but main reason is granting protection to invention. Then private and public interest is protected in balanced manner. So here private interest and public interest. Private interest is nothing but interest of the inventor is protected, as well as interest of public is also protected. If somebody is going to invent something, and that is for the benefit of society, so the inventor can use his invention for the purpose of taking benefits for a particular duration. After that duration, that invention will be open to all society, and society or any person can use or can take benefit from that invention. So that is the interest of private, means inventor as well as public, is protected. Then firstly, protect the interest of inventor for limited period. So invention is offered a protection under patent law for a limited period. That is first aim of this patent law. Then second one is, after that, secondly, with expiration of such period, it can be open to all. So after 20 years, the patent is open to all. That means society can avail the benefits of patent. So improves and increases production at mass scale. So if we do such things, so if it is made open to society or open to all after a particular period, society will be using that invention and which will improve and increase the production at mass scale necessary to improve life of humankind. This is required to improve life of humankind, useful for national economy. So if protection is given throughout the life of a inventor or infinitely, then that invention will not be of use for society and society will not make a development. So in order to achieve the developments of society, it is very essential that one has to allow society to use the invention. So to protect interest of inventor and to protect interest of public, so it is granted for a limited period. Granted to novel, useful invention and have industrial value. So patent is not granted to every invention, but it is granted to the invention which is novel, new, something different, and it is useful invention and have industrial value. So if the invention is not novel, new, not different from other inventions, then it is of no use. So the invention must be useful. It must be used by industries or society or public. Then we call it as a useful invention. And if the invention is made and it has got no industrial value, so no industry is ready to use that invention, then that patent is of no use. Salient features of Patent Act. What this Act, Patent Act 1970, has got a more and elaborated definition of invention. So this Act has defined the invention in clear fashion or clearly. Elaborated definition is given by this Act. Declaration of certain inventions as non-patentable. So there are many inventions, but some inventions or some inventions patent is not granted. Abolition of product patents for drugs and medicines. So this act has abolished the patent for drug and medicines. So drugs and medicines are not included in patent. Stringent requirements regarding description of the invention. So requirements for registering the invention are stringent. So requirements are given. Extension of grounds for opposing the grant of patent. So grants for opposing the extension for grounds for opposing the grant of patent. So if somebody is going to register the patent and some other person has got valid reasons to oppose the grant for patent, then that patent cannot be registered. The number of grounds over which one can oppose for registration of patent are increased under this act. Kinds of patent. So what kind of patents are actually existing, or how to classify the patents? So the invention for which patent is claimed may be a product or an article or a process or maybe improvement in the existing invention. So on the basis of this, whether it is granted for product or it is granted for article or it is granted for process or it is granted for improvement in existing invention. So the patents are classified as process patent, then product patent and patents of addition. So we'll see it one by one. Now looking at this first, process patent, when a substance is invented, something is invented, some part is invented, some machine is invented or produced, a patent is not granted to substance itself. So final product is not patented, but it is only the method or process of manufacture of substance that is granted a patent. Say for example, you are a person who is going to invent some food product, maybe a biscuit. So every company is manufacturing biscuit. You are not going to register your patent for biscuit. So the quality of biscuit that you have produced is something different from all other biscuits, and by using particular process, particular method, you are producing such kind of biscuit. So you are not going to have the patent for final product which is known as biscuit, but you are going to get the patent for the process which you have followed to produce that kind of biscuit. So process is granted, not the biscuit. So many more methods that you are going to follow to produce such kind of biscuits. Special kind of processes that you are going to undergo to produce that biscuit. So those processes which are followed to produce that kind of biscuit are nothing but the process patents. So therefore the patent is granted to process but not to the product in this kind of patent. Final product, whatever is the final product, that is not patented, but the method or process which is followed to produce such kind of product is patented. Now product patent. So in this product patent, the patent is not granted for process, but it is granted for final product. The patent is granted not to the method or process of manufacture of substance, but to the substance itself. What is the final product? So you have invented new food product, maybe one kind of biscuit, or you are going to call it as some other name. Then that product is patented. Therefore, in this kind of patent, it is the product that is covered and protected. The product patent is different from process patent. Final product, whatever may be the method that you have used, but final product is patented. This kind of patent confers greater monopoly rights to patentee. The patents of addition. This is granted generally in India. What is this patent of addition? A research and development turning out invention and improvement in technology is constant process. So now always the technology is going to get improved, and that is nothing but the improvement is made day by day. So the improvement made by a person in already existing invention is nothing but addition to the old invention. So this addition or modification in the invention made by a person is considered under patents of addition. So it is quite natural that subsequent to filing of application for patenting an invention, the inventor may discover technique improving the invention. Already existing invention is there, and somebody is going to improve that invention. So patent of addition is a patent granted to patentee for any improvement in modification of an invention described in the main invention. So there may be a main invention made by some inventor, but somebody is going to suggest certain improvements in that invention, and that improvements are novel and adding to the existing inventions. Such inventions are called as the patents of addition. Such inventions are registered under patents of addition, and generally this patent of addition is granted in India. So with this we stop about the introduction of patent.